This is Anton from Drive Stick Shift, coming to you with a stick shift tip. This one's not going to be so much a stick shift tip, it's going to be more of a seasonal tip. We are coming up on winter. It's going to snow, it's going to get cold, summer slipping through our fingers. And before the snow kicks in, one thing we want to do is just take a look at our tires and see if maybe it would be worthwhile to rotate our tires to get another season out of them. If your driven tires, let's say your front wheel or your rear wheel tires are worn out and they may have bad traction, take a look at the other pair that isn't driven. They still have traction on them. They still have grip, then we can just rotate them. Let me show you how we do it. First thing we want to start with is breaking the lug nuts on our car while the tire is down. So we took out the actual wrench for the nuts, but it weren't coming off. Rafat took out an extra bar he had, and he created a makeshift breaker bar, getting more torque and leverage to break those nuts. Now we're going to go around, break all the nuts on one wheel, other wheel, and all four, and then we're going to get her up in the air. After you've broken all the nuts free on the tire, you want to jack the car up. Here, we have already jacked the car up. Tire's off the ground. We have our stand there for safety. And now we're going to lower it carefully onto the stand. Go ahead. Once we set the jack, we're just going to get her a little bit higher now. Now, with the car jacked up, we have both tires just off the ground on the right side. Left side of the vehicle, we have stands, so all four tires are in the air. What we're going to do is we're going to take all four off. Two front ones go straight back, rear ones crisscross and go to the front. That makes a tire rotation. Let's get to it. So, after you take and jack your car up, you'll want to unbolt your tires. Since we already loosened the nuts, this was easy to do by hand. We took off the tire and we put it backwards on the curb outside every wheel. Now it's going to be easy to switch and swap them and put them in a new place. All right, now we're getting them all settled in our new musical chair position. All right, so the front have migrated back. We have laid out our new wheels. The rear went to the front, switched around. So now we're just gonna rinse and repeat. We're gonna put them back on, tighten on the nuts, hand tight, put it down, and torque it down. So to get our tire back on, the easiest way, we sit down. I can lift my tire up, looking through where the holes are. Okay, got one on. I just want to be able to just like that. It takes a little fishing around, but once you feel it land, just grab a lug nut and just get one on there. Generally, they're not going to run away if you already get it on, but this will just make sure that it's going to stay like a good tire. All right, so we got our new tires on. New tires. We got our rear tires on the front and our front tires on the rear. Our rotation is done. We snugged up the bolts hand tight. She's still in the air. So now the last thing that's left to do is to just drop her on the ground, and not drop her, but gently lower her on the ground. And we're gonna snug up the bolts in a star pattern. You ready, my man?
Yes, sir.
Let's get to it. Drop it now, and we wanna do this gently. So just little pressure. Okay, a little better. Learning sensitivity. All right, one side down, great. Now we're gonna go over the other. And we're gonna jack up so we can relieve pressure off the existing jack stands. We're gonna do the same thing to it. What I would recommend is go in the middle like we did on the other side. And we can do the same thing. We'll just jack it up in the middle, be able to pull out both stands, and then gently lower her. Down. And now all that's left is to just get our wrench that we had in the trunk of the car, and we're just gonna torque up the actual nuts going in a star pattern. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Star pattern, especially easy to do if you have 5 lug nuts.